Croxe is also standing over there using lightning and balls and stuff.
Come to the rift.
And it does look like I am going to go down and die. Process of resurrection going on twice. No. Glimmer the Axeman saying Croxe like a cleric. That's because Croxe is a Pran warlock. Moving along. Moving along. Meanwhile, hey K-pop, we're in the middle of a GM Battlegrounds event, so no karaoke. I apologize. Booze coming in from the TS. And I'm going to go ahead and try to focus down Shin, but I think he's going to get away without me actually doing damage. Although a DG does continue the stun lock, and Shin's going to go down from a Sonic. I believe he's dead.
Going. Make a run for it. Everybody's running after her.
Meanwhile, Laws You're Dead has a relic and is running around. Yep, GM7 Sins. She's a cleric. She's a level 60 cleric with buffed armor and, you know, double the size. And, you know, the bigger you are, the larger of a target you are. Yeah. This is what I get for trying to kill Blasted. Gonna be running away now. And of course, now that we have clerics, we are getting healed, although GM7 Sins is currently dead. Are there a lot of it? Yeah. We'll never know. Gonna go ahead and try to kill Real NX, but not before I get stunned by a knockout shot. But with clerics healing, even if noscoper is dead, it does look like I am going to manage to stay alive. Gonna go ahead and try to stun him, and the stun does go off, so it looks like we are actually pushing them back. But the score is still in the negative for Dawn with 57 Dawn, 83 Dusk. Eats my dog. Trying to Sonic us all, but it looks like he's going to eat his own dog and die. And now Croxe is in front of their line.
Chinari.
And I am going to go down from AoEs. Or not, wow. Once again, GM7 Sins and Aresh Kigal, our only other cleric, keeping us alive. Meanwhile, Deathlance is saying, lol, Croxe's Shadow Fall is 12k. Good for Croxe. Gonna go ahead and try to strip this DW. Not sure if it's gonna actually work though, as it seems that I am gonna get singled out by fireballs from Shin, as I realize that I am the only person left on our left flank. Here comes another push out to take over my positions via DG and a Warlock, both I believe from Aleth. Remounting up. Make a fourth PT, someone. One party seems to never get to a raid. Gonna go ahead and try to kill Pyrolite and get in that action. Gonna go ahead and back up, because that Shadowfall is gonna hurt. Meanwhile, Diosa Armor del... What? Diosa del Amor, not Diosa Armor del. Gonna go ahead and try to kill this person instead, since clearly I can't do this. But you know what? I should probably stealth. That seems just like a good idea before I go over to Diosa. And he's hiding. I am going to probably feed, but it is worth a try too. Oh, AOE for critical 1500. Meanwhile, Shin's saying, yeah, she's squishy. Face K buys. Yanagi's probably coming back. And yeah, Yanagi, we're going to see how well cleric GMs go around in this round. So be sure to look for this recording when it's done.
Buddy disconnected from your channel
as well. And we're going to go ahead and start focusing down Eat My Dog, who once again is going to eat his dog and die. And K-pop's going to go ahead and go, look what you did, Shin, making our guild leader, you know, come home from work. Shame on him for making that happen. And all Sora's cursing and go, my first death. Because Sora's looking to be one of the top killers and, you know, get on the video and stuff. And it is very possible to outkill noscoper. And people are saying the GM on their side is critting with Shadowfall for 12 to 15k crits. Sora's prizes are just for nabs, and no, says Shin. Lol, says K-pop. And we're moving along. 10k crit heal. Aresh says that was me. Lies, it was me. Says Aiden. Because Aiden is actually going to be in this CS. Actually. And we lose. Dusk 150, Dawn 87. Noscoper getting the second most amount of kills. Croxe getting 49 kills and 1 death. That's painful. And of course, our cleric healer, of course, not actually healing. 30 DIYs. Yes, we will. It was worth it. Lol. Gonna go ahead and ready up again. Last time I was one of the last people to ready up.
Is the GM cleric actually a cleric or just looks like a cleric?
She's an actual cleric.
Alright.
There's a level 60 GM7 Sins. She's basically a larger cleric. There's a larger rifleman called GM Noscoper. Actually, I need to check to see what the cleric's buff, because we went over the other cleric's buff. I don't know, she's got that pink armor, K-pop. I don't know which pink armor is the cleric's. You'll see what on the recording. And then GM Croxe is, of course, a Pran.
Yeah, the pink one is the cutest. I love the pink set.
I have no clue. I'm not looking at her right now. I'm in the waiting room for Battlefield. Sorry, you're on my team. Just go look at her. At least I think you are, unless you swap teams. And it looks like we are going to be going into a Game 3. And there goes GM7 Sins. The cleric with giant armor. And it glows gold. And she's got like horns on her cloche that are also pink. Cool. Meanwhile, how does Aiden keep partying me first? Because Aiden loves you, Sora. That's how much Aiden loves you. He wants to party you first. Meanwhile, K-pop is copying down some sort of image. And I am going to get an invite from Gilly. And I'm going to be asked, does it look like that? Long. Lol. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this. I'm going to go ahead and go here. It cannot be found because that link failed. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go into the battle. It looks like I am going to be stunned with Nightmare. I wonder if that was Die Now Plox, putting to sleep everyone at the Guardian Cube and making us fall back ever so slowly. Meanwhile, Aresh is saying 333, the non-giant cleric. And there's GM7 Sins, some more views of her. So if you want to see more of GM7 Sins, you're going to be wanting to watch Game 3. And here comes Pyrolytic. Gonna go ahead and try to work this thing again. I'm trying to go there. It keeps saying HP 404 error not found, K-pop, so I can't quite tell you on your image links. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to push them back, but I actually think that I am going to be the one to die, but not immediately, it seems. I'm gonna go ahead and follow this again. It's not the level 75 armor and mount. It's not this. It's not that. No, it's not the Saint Red one that's in that concept art that you just linked me. So this is going to be a more casual BG video, I guess. Just both sides going at it. Both sides going at it. 25 for Dusk, 19 for Dawn. Dawn always being the underdog, it seems, and losing. And Sora's like, ooh, walked into the AoE. Like, ooh, that chills. And it looks like we are actually going to need to stealth or I'm going to die. Because as you can see, most of our line is just now reinforcing, and they're actually going to be trying to take the hill. Because, you know, they believe in that whole, I take the high road and you take the low road, and I'll be there before you know. Never going to try that again. And GM7 Sins is actually, she actually just saw her used Holy Arrow on someone, but she did go down rather quickly. I think she was Holy Arrowing Croxe, but we're never going to know. So, I'm going to go ahead and back up. Croxe being at the lead of the lines, and more ding-dings going on. You know, I already left that room, and the level 75 sets look nice, says K-pop. And yeah, she was Holy Arrowing Croxe. So, missed out on that. Wonder how much damage she did, of course, and all that. Gonna go ahead and try to stun this Pally, and then realize that, oh wait, she has DW up. This is stupid. And now her DW is down, but she is running away. And she does look like she's going to escape, but she is drawing off about 4 of our units away from our main force. And she is going to go down and die. Meanwhile, it's LOL, 1 verse 9, says Shin. And there's the missing buff. I'm going to go over here and pretend I have Death Contract. Oh look, I've got this really red cloud. And of course that means I'm going to get focused by GM Croxe and get hit for 15,899. And go ahead and try to respawn with Dusk 53, Dawn 33. And I really do need to see what buff that the cleric gets. So, rebuffing, and it looks like I'm going to be heading back out. Meanwhile, K-pop saying the DG does look less cool. So we'll find out. Meanwhile, they're saying Stunlock Croxe. Alright, so GM7 Sins has no fancy cleric buffs. She is actually just a level 60 cleric that's giant. So that's why she's more squishy. and probably why they allow 2 GMs on this team. Alright, so I think I'm about to die via walking into way too many of them and getting, you know, focused. Meanwhile, K-pop still being the fashion man, saying warrior armor looks cool, but the mount reminds me of a dragon tiger thingy, which actually I think sounds more cool than whatever the armor is. Meanwhile, GM7 Sins did just respawn and jumping in the air. Noscope, they really keep hitting you with pain reverse up. One hit, yeah, me too. Meanwhile, Clem saying I want the level 75 armor, and we are driving along. Meanwhile, Eresh saying I penanced Croxe. Like, yay, I guess. Orange needs to get on Croxe when you see him. So I'm going to go ahead and look for Croxe so I can get on top of her. Which sounds oh so wrong.
I just beat a warrior on Totem Trail.
So I walked over to GM Croxe, and of course I get hit with 11k, which is always fun.
Oh, that was
And apparently Alni just, you know, wants us to walk through a raid of reds, go to the back of the group, and, you know, stun lock him to death. Because that's clearly the plan of winning. It's not going to be feeding. Meanwhile, we'll support that plan if you buy Gym 1 3-day cal. Meanwhile, Aresh instantly died, and dotting. And, oh, there's GM Croxe. I have to stun lock her to death with my 1 stun, which missed. So let's go ahead and go over. Actually, I didn't miss. But let's go over and try to rifle smash her now. I'm just going to stroll over and pretend I'm following this plan. And nope, I am going to instead get hit for 11k. And I wasn't even GM Croxe. There's blasted over there. Someone's crossfiring for puny little damage. And it looks like if you get near Croxe, you die from that simple. Well, I instant dead against a lot of people, says Aresh. Aresh being, of course, our squishy cleric that we all know and love. And of course, Alni, the one giving us the advice, is all like, I'm a level 56 cleric, you're only a level 52 cleric. Clearly you are in the wrong. Clearly you should just walk over and kill them all. And not die, unless you're next to Croxe. But Aresh is like, I'm too squishy. For all we know, Alni has, you know, plus 11 gear. Just attack is apparently getting us nowhere, lol. So apparently we need time to, you know, walk over here, set up a cardboard table, have, like, you know, a few pallies hold them off, and, you know, let's, you know, strategize. Because that'll work also. And we are losing 116 to 56, because clearly my biting sarcasm isn't also helping us. Also badly worded. Also isn't helping us. Not isn't also helping us. And it looks like I am going to go ahead and be focused by some random RM who fails at life so badly. Level 1 Sonic Blast, level 9 Leg Shot. I'm still going to get away from this. Meanwhile, K-pop saying, I like the arm okay. And Jim Croxe is, of course, over there. And I did finally get killed by that RM 5 years later. Who looks to have been Chronic Pain, possibly? Meanwhile, Ming's Shadow. I have no clue. There's 2 faces. And now we're going to go ahead and use Hawkeye and move back out again. People saying Jess and Adam and smiley face. As that's going to be Aleth talking. Backing up, of course. Backing up just feels like a good thing you should do every now and then. And actually I'm going to be trying to headshot a paladin with DW up. And of course she absorbed my attack skill, and I am down to my last 1000 F bullets. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off auto off. It's not like I have that much time to auto fire.
Why do you use F bullets? Why don't you use D bullets?
Long story, I was using a level 1 gun. Now I'm using a level 1 gun. So I'm using F bullets.
Why do you use a level 1 gun?
I'll tell you after the recording, Clem. I don't want to spoil the surprise later. I get criticaled for 5600 and die. Now I'm in the process of resurrection. It's a very pro level 1 though, Clem. And if Bunnyfire or Yanagi were here, they could tell you exactly how, without me having to say it on the recording. But I'm going to go ahead and summon Mount. And I'll be moving right along. There goes Alni. And the reason I really have F bullets is that way I can summon my turret with 1 gold, because I'm a cheapo. And it'll kill, you know, 4 or 5 different things. Because it doesn't matter what turret or what bullet I use. And, oh, they're all pushing out. I am asleep, and this is going to mean certain death for me in 2, 1, and dead. There we go. The countdown death is going to be in this video also. Noscope just run to Croxe with Pain and absorb.
Level 48 turret is like a level 48 mob?
RM. Yeah, it's a level 48 mob that has pretty high HP. It can detect stealth. It'll get you drops in XP and honor.